G'day, I'm Jess Skarratt and welcome to a huge edition of Surfing Australia TV. We have no time to waste, so let's get into it. It's fair to say that 2012 was the year of Joel Parkinson. His world title victory in Hawaii was the most eagerly anticipated surfing achievement in pro surfing. And we caught up with the man himself at Surfing Australia's Night of Nights, the Australian Surfing Awards.
Tonight, you'll have to leave your tubes, your airs, your hang tens, and most of all, your wipeouts at the door. I'm no expert. I've yet to take up that offer for a surf lesson from Swanee, although who knows, maybe one day. Miracles do happen. But for tonight, I congratulate tonight's winners and leave you to celebrate as you continue to surf through life.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Now, ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you to welcome up to stage tonight the Minister for Sport, the Honourable Kate Lundy, to present the next two awards, beginning with the Male Surfer of the Year. Our Male Surfer of the Year recognises the male Australian surfer who has pushed performance boundaries and captured the surfing public's imagination more than anyone else over the past year. The finalists are...
Taj Burrow. Mick Fanning. Joel Parkinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 Male Surfer of the Year is Joel Parkinson.
Well, preparation, I guess, has been the same, training and getting ready, but just my whole attitude and my whole, I guess the way I compete is a bit different, you know, really relaxed, really, you know, enjoying it. You know, there's been so much support for me everywhere I go. People have been like, yeah, Parko, go. And I mean, like, it's just been really cool to hear, you know, I get so many messages, and we've all seen Kelly get a few, so I guess it'd be a nice change of pace to see someone else get one. A lot of people are talking like points this and results that. But I guess I try not to let anything bother me too much, and you know, it's not the be all and end all of you know, just putting so much focus into some things. You know, sometimes it's just better on natural instinct.
But we have Joel Parkinson.
Joel on a dredger. Oh yeah.
It's coming out.
The title race has been so cool to be in. You know, Kelly, Mick, and John there for a while, and it makes for a spectacular finish.
As I said, I was only going to let myself in, so I did not want to be 5 bridesmaids. I didn't want to have that tag of a surfer, the best surfer ever to win a world title.
Thank you. It's a huge honour to be up here tonight, in front of, I guess, surfing royalty and all my heroes from when I first started to surf, from when I was 3 to 31 I am. But I just really want to congratulate all the people that get awards tonight. for I guess the new Hall of Famer and all the previous Hall of Famers. I think you've done an amazing job, and look where we've all put surfing today. I think Andrew Stark and everyone at Surfing Australia deserves a round of applause for probably one of the most amazing nights in surfing, and I think what we've got for the future is amazing. So I really appreciate it, and I'm honoured to be here. Thank you.
Once more, congratulations, World Champ, on fulfilling that incredible dream of becoming just that, World Champion.
Getting many? Not as many as you, Grumps.
We always wanted to surf, but didn't know how. Our mum found out about Vegemite Surf Grumps.
You get an awesome Quicksilver pack. We learn all about the ocean and catching waves, and they have the best instructors.
It's like, woohoo! Anyone can do it.
Party wave?
So give it a go. Just go to surfgrumps.com to join.
See you at the back!
If you want to be a Steph Gilmore or you want to be the next Kelly Slater, you can't afford to go the path of taking drugs.
It kills me to think how many guys were good at what they were doing, had so many dreams and had so much potential, and had just thrown it away because the party scene on a Friday night was more important to them than the rest of the week in their surfing future.
All through my using, I thought that I had the power over drugs, and I thought that I could stop any time I wanted to. I had no power over drugs. Drugs had all the power over me.
Recently, I spent some one-on-one time with the extremely tenacious Cody Klein, who has scored herself a scholarship at the Surfing Australia Hurley High Performance Centre. And now it's time for you to meet her.
Every day, the future's getting closer. Every day, the future's looking bright. Every day is another beginning. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Every day, the future's getting closer. Every day.
Cody, you're one of Australia's leading junior surfers, and you've scored yourself a scholarship here at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, the development of this centre and getting that scholarship, it's such a great opportunity, and it's not just surfing based, it's supplied me with a whole network of support, and to be able to have people and surf train and analysis and then have them talk to the strength and conditioning coaches about what you're doing wrong, and for them to be able to tell you whether it's a physicality problem or a technique problem in your surfing, it's made me a lot more confident in my ability and the backing that I have here. It's fantastic. So really, the scholarship has been a blessing, and the opportunities that I'm getting because of it, it's just been amazing.
Since working with Cody, every time I see her, she's really determined. She wants to get stronger, she wants to get more powerful, because she knows that it's going to help her out with the surf, and so I see that every time she comes in here, she's ready to go, she's excited, she's motivated and passionate about what she's doing. She wants to win.
There's no question she's one of the most dedicated athletes we have. She's never been late. She's always ready to train, emotionally, physically. She takes care of her body outside of training, which is something that a lot of athletes have to learn, but she has taken that on board right away.
The improvements that I've gotten since this centre is built, especially in the gym, and I can see that coming out in my surfing and the consistency that I'm getting, because with the gymnastics and the stuff in the gym, it's a lot easier for us to replicate what happens in the surf, and surfing's so inconsistent, so to have that constant replication, it's next level, and it's been a leading edge for a lot of people lately, and it's really going to help me, and I've already started to notice it, so I'm really looking forward to what it can do for me in the future.
Part of the strength training that we're doing is really giving athletes resiliency so that they can handle the rigors of the type of surfing they're doing, which is really obviously quite critical. That's what's scoring really well and high risk. So we need the athletes to be robust and ready for that kind of performance.
Yes, it is important to strength train, and yes, it's going to help your serve and also help prevent injuries.
How did the love of surfing start for you?
I don't have one of those dream stories where I started when I was 2, but I started off as a nipper when I was little, from about the age of 5, and I was really competitive with that. I trained all the time, so I grew up with that competitive nature, and then at about 12 I started just standing up on my nipper board, and Dad and my brother always surfed, and they started taking me out, and then Santa brought a surfboard, and it just kind of stemmed from there. You know, I started a lot later than a lot of the girls I compete against, but you know, I don't think it matters, you know, if you have the passion from then on. It's always been about the water, and I just transformed from laying down and paddling to standing up and riding waves. So,
where do you see yourself? Where do you want to take this passion of yours?
Surfing is everything to me, and at the moment, you know, I'm taking it day by day, but I have that end goal of making the tour and eventually, hopefully one day, following Steph's footsteps and being world champion. But it's not going to be an easy road, and I think all the girls know that these days. You know, everyone's working hard and everyone's surfing and everyone has trainers and coaches, and you know, you just have to want it that little bit more and work that little bit harder to get there. And you know, I'm willing to do that, and I have the passion to get there at the moment, so I'm just going to stay with it for as long as I can and hopefully have fun along the way as well.
For more information on the centre, just head to our website. Does your cutback need work? Do you want to learn how to do aerials? Or do you just feel you could surf a whole lot better? Take your surfing to the next level with help from www.surfcoach.com. Surfcoach.com is an interactive website to help improve your surfing. The site isn't just for competition surfers, but any surfer who just wants to do a better turn, learn a new move, or simply be more confident whenever they enter the ocean. Visit www.surfcoach.com now to find that.
The world's best surfers ride them, and now you can too. Surfsim.com is giving you the chance to win your very own custom DHD surfboard. Surfsim.com offer great deals on travel sims. Travel Sim are the experts in prepaid global roaming and are the smart way to use your mobile phone when travelling overseas. So surf the net to surfsim.com now for your chance to win your DHD board, and remember Travel Sim for your next trip.
Surfing Australia is really proud to be the latest national sporting organisation to join the Australian government's Be the Influence Tackling Binge Drinking initiative. And we were there at the launch to capture all the highlights.
Be the Influence Tackling Binge Drinking is about supporting young people to make decisions about their drinking behaviour, trying to reduce the risks that young people face when there's harmful consumption of alcohol, and using sports as a vehicle to give them that support and those messages.
This is a monumental partnership. It's very wide-ranging across our entire organisation. So from grassroots to elite, it's exclusivity across Surfing Australia, but also all of our 6 state branches. So that means that we won't have any alcohol branding across our sport anymore, and all of the alcohol branding will be replaced with Be the Influence and that message.
Apart from the financial benefit we're going to receive from it, I think it's just a really good message to send out for the sport. Especially for the younger kids out there.
A huge initiative as part of this partnership is the new Australian Board Riders Battle, and they'll be a major sponsor of that particular platform, which is 7 state events around Australia and 1 big national final. So that particular program will be officially launched in July.
We really believe in the message too. I think it's a great message to be sending out there in conjunction with our sport, which is, you know, marketed and promoted as such a healthy, active pastime.
Be the Influence Tackling Binge Drinking campaign is something that I'm really proud to be a part of, and it's an amazing initiative, and hopefully, you know, it just sees you know, slight changes in the drinking culture in our country, and gradually, you know, hopefully the good decisions we make in life, you know, rub off on a few people, and it's a great success.
I never drank alcohol that much, didn't agree with my system and didn't really agree with what I was about, and then when I was 19 I decided I wasn't going to drink for a year, and I didn't drink for a year, and then it kind of kept on, and it's pretty alarming in the young people these days that how many of them end up in hospital and how many of them just go out to binge drink.
It's satisfying for me on a number of levels. When I was in that sort of target age range of being in my early teens, we didn't have the distractions that people have these days.
Surfing Australia is a great vehicle. Young people flock to surfing, and you have to look around our beaches to see how popular it is with young people, and we believe the ambassadors, Sally and Owen, are great spokespeople for the campaign, and that they can really talk to young people about these messages.
It's a great thing being part of this initiative. I was brought up with parents that didn't drink alcohol, and hopefully I can make a difference to young people to come in the future.
You know, I pride myself on, you know, the decisions and actions I take in life, and you know, if I can sort of be a bit of a role model to, you know, young teenagers and people my age, I think it's definitely a bonus, and hopefully, you know, some of the things that I do in life definitely rub off in a good way.
You know, surfing can provide a really, really positive input to this whole process.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you watch your favourite sports like football, basketball, swimming,
netball
and surfing,
you won't see alcohol sponsorship.
You'll see this logo.
Because the less exposure young people have to alcohol promotion,
the better.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Surfing Australia's Green Room Conference is a professional development gathering for the surfing community. And here's how this year's event unfolded.
Welcome to Surfing Australia's Green Room Conference, the 4th annual Green Room Conference. It's the only one of its kind in the world. And its intent is to deliver professional development opportunities to surfers, coaches, athletes around the world.
Today is very important in terms of champions and creating Australian champions. I think the conference is going to allow everybody to really listen to some excellent speakers, to network today and you know, share some ideas and meet and greet some great people and some great minds in the room.
He doesn't like quitters. He doesn't like people who aren't there ready to give and buy in 100%. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Jeremy Shepherd.
What a cool career that we can have, where I can get introduced by Barton, and I work with Chelsea and PT. I mean, how many world champs can we pack into this room?
Our training evolves as the sport evolves.
This is an efficient exercise for it. You know, not my favorite, but just a nice one to use because I put the weight overhead. It makes the challenge for the torso pretty significant.
When you're thinking about the training, it has to reflect any change in what's happening in the water, and so athletes are needing to do, you know, more events in some cases, and so you have to create some resiliency there, and physical preparation can help with that. But also, it's much more of a jump and land type sport now. It's really aquatic gymnastics, and so, you know, our training is reflected in that.
Could you please welcome Avril Henry to the stage? Thank you.
Part of my message today is we have to invest in teaching people, regardless of where they are in the organisation, how to communicate more effectively. 95% of the #1 reason for leaving jobs, leaving clubs, changing universities, bad boss, bad lecturers, bad coaches. Managers and bad coaches and bad mentors damage people. In the words of Gen Ys, power is out. Mutual respect is in.
The Gen Y, Gen X was fantastic. Avril's stuff was just, you know, I'm really into that kind of stuff, you know, it's just part of what my business is in America. I think you've outdone yourself, guys. I think it's the best one yet.
These Y generation kids coming out, you know, in the surfing world, in the industry, you know, as a coach, we need to learn how to communicate with them, you know, in the way that they want to be communicated to, and that they're going to be motivated and driven to become world champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a master coach, athlete, teacher, mentor and motivator. Please welcome Mr. Laurie Lawrence.
You can't eat gold medals. You cannot eat gold medals, so you've got to look to your future as well as your sport or whatever you are. So if you're a coach, you have two things. You've got to get your athlete ready psychologically and physically. It's a marriage of both.
Laurie Lawrence just literally makes me want to get back on my track cycling bike and smash some people.
Gun goes, metamorphosis occurs. He changes to the Supreme Destructive Fighting Unit. More dangerous than the Iraqi Scud missile or ocean predator, away he goes. 800 metres, tumbles and breaks the world record. That's it for me. I'm straight up into the grandstand where all the Yank coaches are. Get up there amongst them, look them in the eye. Get that into you, fellas. There I stay. Steve's out in front, he's pumping. I'm doing a bit of pumping myself. Steve comes in, 32 laps, tumbles, goes again. Rest of the field's not so stupid. They stop. A white-clad official jumps in on top of Steve and shakes him. I turn to the Yanks and say, look, maths is not Steve's best subject. But you must be totally prepared. And coaches, administrators, whatever, helps prepare. But it gets back to the young athlete. When they get out there on the surfboard, they're on their own in the ocean. They've got to make decisions. And you can talk about all your things you like, but I believe that great surfers are made in the surf. And whether it's a ripple or a monster, they love to surf.
As a leader, as a manager, as an employer, as a coach, you lead by example and demonstrate respect first.
For more information on our involvement with this awesome initiative, just head to our website. FCS, or Fin Control System, they don't do things by halves. In one hit, they recently launched 2 fin systems and a whole new fin range. And as you're about to see, everyone in the industry frothed on it.
We're down here at the Surfing Australia Hurley HPC, and we're launching some exciting new products from FCS.
So this is the new FCS2 fin system. The main advantages of this fin system over previous systems are that, one, you don't need any screws. So the fin goes in, snaps down, ready to go.
The biggest issue that we had to resolve was how we made it toolless, and the one that we ended up with was decided upon because it worked so well. It was simple. If you got salt in there, you got sand in there, it still would work. It wasn't going to be abrasive or destructive on the fin.
Developing any new fin system or fin or product that's anything to do with a surfboard or high performance surfing takes a long time. It's literally been years in development, and the fact that we're launching 2 systems simultaneously and a fin range, there's been a lot of work going into it.
The second is that the leading edge sits flush with the board. The third, the fin base is slightly longer, giving you a bit more strength, a bit more drive out of the base of the fin.
The next big thing, I guess, was that we had to improve performance, because that's really what we're all about, improving performance for surfers. We've had guys like Mick, the Hobgoods, Gabriel Medina, a whole bunch of guys, Kelly Slater.
Probably on paper the best surf team in the world to draw on when we're looking for feedback and testing and prototyping and things like that. So
from here on out, that's the way or the direction everyone will kind of head in, and I'm just excited to have a go, and there's plenty to play around with. I think just it's at your fingertips now, and it just clears a lot of things up in your head, and just straight out in the water.
A lot more convenient when you rock up to the beach and you don't have your fins in your board already, you snap them in, and it's an exciting new system for FCS, and they don't go into any new changes unless they've thoroughly been through the process and figured out exactly how it works, and to me it seems like as good as a fin system can get.
Lastly, the great advantage with this plug is that you can still use your 2-tab fins. So with this little insert, you can pop that old fin in there, put the screws in, and you're ready to go.
In designing a new fin range, we just wanted to basically offer a simpler solution for surfers to pick a fin and choose a fin, and because it can sometimes be a little confusing.
It always comes down to that last minute and you're thinking to yourself, it's quite confusing, you know, what you feel or what looks good.
And the origin system that we co-developed was really to satisfy the guys who want that fixed fin feel. It's a roving system, so it essentially surfs exactly like a fixed fin.
This is the origin fin system that we've launched today. To sum this up quite simply, it is a fin system that has a detachable glass on. So the way it goes in, it hooks in from the side and then screws up on the inside of the fin. On the fin you can see that there's a roving base which sits inside the actual perimeter of the plug. So all the force is distributed through the base of the fin, down to the plug and then out to the board. It creates an extremely strong base stiffness and, you know, great response in the tip.
It's been around 20 years since the original 2-tab system came out, so as a company it's taken a long time to get to this point. This is the beginning of a new phase for us and we're really excited about it.
Well, we're all out of time on today's episode. Thanks for tagging along with us today. For more information on anything that you have seen, just head to our website and don't forget to hit us up on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm Jess Skarratt and I'll see you next time for more Surfing Australia TV.